Like I said, some of the issues are long-standing, historic for a very long time. And maybe we have not sat down to really look at them and be able to address them critically. And that's what has festered to where we are today. So that's why it's important that we all speak with sincerity, the issues on ground, and what are the solutions. Because it is the solutions that is going to make the difference. Like I said, I know we have discussed them over and over. We will not get tired of talking. I have tried what I'm doing now in other communities and it has worked. I'm sure you are all aware I'm from Zangon Kataf, and I know when you hear Zangon Kataf, you know that we are also having similar issues on ground. But if you notice, for the past 2 years, the issues in Zangon Kataf have gone. And what have we done? One, we made them understand that, look, we need to talk to ourselves. Because a house that is divided cannot stand. It is only when we are together, then we can be able to face our common enemy. And that is very, very critical. And I made it very clear to them that, yes, I am from Zango Kataf, but I will not entertain any act of criminality. And it's very clear. We must be able to identify who are these criminals among us that are causing problems here and there. Identify them so that we can make sure that we address those issues and have peace. Because for a few that are causing problems, it's causing issues to others. Now, from my own view, what I have observed, two basic things, or three basic things. One, issue of land, indigene, non-indigene, critical, which is political. That is supposed to be sorted out politically. Secondly, the issue of the movement of animals. I have told people over time that when they say farmer herders clash, clash means two things are moving. But if a farm is standing and an animal comes in, it's not a clash. It's somebody entering somebody's property. So we must find solutions to how, which means if the animals don't move, we don't have issues. Now again, because of that, again, we have issues of rustling of animals. Which means if we don't even rustle animals again that are moving, again, there won't be most of this problem happening. So those are the three critical aspects that we must be able to address clearly. And like I said, most of it is political solution that needs to come into it. Because it's not what the military can solve. What we can stop is to try and stop people from attacking each other. But again, we can't do it without the communities. And like I said, over time, there's been issues of trust. Whether the military is on our side or the security forces are on their side and all those things. We want to make that very clear. Any soldier that is deployed in your location and tells you that he is told not to attack anybody, attacking anybody or killing people is a coward. Once we deploy any person, his duty is to protect the community. And we're looking at those aspects so that we ensure that we do. I know we cannot be everywhere. And from experience, what we'll notice is that the people, what they do is that those attackers, once they notice you are here, they go to an innocent place, go and conduct the attack. And that's what brings the issues of the communities. The communities themselves must be able to, first and foremost, look within themselves. If you look at when I came to Yelwater, what I saw, the burnings were targeted. How did they know those locations? Somebody must give them an info. They just didn't come like that. They had information from somebody. And from who? It's either their own people are within the community or we have some of the communities that are selling themselves out for money. And you can't rule that. We had those issues too in Zango and Southern Kaduna. And we had to address it. But I want to appeal to ourselves. Yes, so many killings have happened, so many things have happened. Please, we're looking for the way. Because we don't want this to continue like this. And it takes all of us to make a headway. All of us. We must agree that yes, we want peace to prevail and that we work towards having that peace. One thing I want to also do as part of what I have done is I've been able to engage some retired generals from this area that have been coming around. I'm sure they have met some of you and have discussed on the issues of the way forward. We need to work because discussion, communication is critical so that it gives us better understanding about the situation. I know we have reached a certain level of discussion and that have opened pathways that we can make peace. Let us see how we can do that. Now, I want to take that further to also advance another negotiation with all the stakeholders, maybe the local government chairman, maybe the farmers together, the farmers and the youths. I want to organize that here in Makurdi. Let us sit down and tell ourselves the truth. What is the problem? How do we solve it? Because we must find solution. There is no problem that doesn't have a solution. And that is what is critical. If we're able to address that, and again, like I said, you cannot shave somebody's head in his absence. So also the people doing that, because we know the people that also can have access to those guys, we must also talk to them and be able to address those issues. Today I intended to have gone from here to pass through Nasarawa State to see the governor, but he won't be around, so I won't see him. I'll see him at a later date. Because we know that there are issues again between states crossing from one area to another. Where are these issues? For us, every criminal is a criminal, whether the issue of cow or the issue of entering farms, and anybody who commits an offense should be punished. And that's what we want to make sure that we start enforcing as quickly as possible. But we need your support. Like I said, everybody is bitter because we have lost one person or the other. Yes. How do we solve? We don't want our children and our children to continue having this issue of killing and killing and killing and killing. And like I said, those few ones that go to rustle these animals, you want to eat cow. If you don't eat meat, you will not die. You are cutting a cow, you kill. These people will come because they use that as a pretext to come and attack and kill people. Who is losing? And the people doing the killings, they will kill the cow. When these people come to attack, they will run away and leave women and elderly people and children to be butchered. We must find out where they are. We must go after them. And that's the direction I'm giving my commanders. We have had some areas where we think they are holding up, where they are gathering. We're going to go after them so that we can dislodge them. We shouldn't wait until they come to attack people. But I want to appeal to all of you that the armed forces is with you. We are pained about what's happening. For me personally, it's a personal thing. I don't want to be a chief of defense staff of the armed forces that people are being killed where we are there. No. We have gone to Liberia, we've gone to Sierra Leone, we've gone to other countries and have brought peace. Why not in our own country? So I want to assure you that we're together. No member of the armed forces is going to be anywhere against one. If we notice anybody that is there, we're ready to prosecute that person. But we are going to count on your support so that we can be able to achieve and work together. We must achieve together. When I was a theater commander in the Northeast, in Maiduguri, communities like this, we had civilian JTF. The communities were the ones that were able to identify youths that were capable and we know of their character. The DSS and the police profile them to make sure that they don't have any criminal record. And we give them some level of training to protect communities. Those are the things that we're looking at. But they must be under the control of the armed forces so that the tendency is if you give somebody with one and don't control him, before you see it, he starts settling personal scores with other people. We don't want that to get out of hand. So we're looking at all these measures that we can put in place so that we can make sure that we secure our communities. If there's any attack, those are the first responders. They can give alerts. They know the location very well. They can give us more information. And I think that's what we should look at towards doing. The new forest guard that has been introduced, we want it to jumpstart. And once it comes on stream, we're going to work that together and see how we can secure. If we're able to secure a community that nobody can come from outside to attack anybody, I think we'll start moving forward from there.